everybody, what's up? And welcome back to the garden. Today we are going to take a look around at what's going on at the end of this month. Man, there is a lot of stuff growing in here. Taking a look at our weather gadgets, it's currently 48 degrees outside and 66.9 degrees in the hoop house. And you can definitely tell the difference. I've got the end of the tunnel completely open. I would open the sides a little bit, but it is going to get cooler tonight. I think down in the 30s tonight, so I'm going to keep it closed for now. I've really been doing my best to regulate this humidity and trying to keep the temperatures cool. All of those stock plants that were moldy and gross, I tore them all out. I even took a bleach solution. I cleaned the weed barrier fabric really good in here with a bleach solution. I've still got mold spreading. I'm really worried. I'm not going to lie. I'm really worried that by the time summer or spring finally gets here, we're not going to have anything left in the hoop house. Either way, I can't control it. You know, it is what it is. It's been an extremely warm winter. Very, very warm winter, actually. So I'm just going to do what I can and just move on with it. Taking a look around the hoop house, seeing what's going on. First up, we have our anemones. These anemones, they're still kind of looking sprawled out and stuff, but I mean, that's to be said because, you know, I've had the frost blanket on them and kind of just laying on them rather than draped on them. I probably could have done a better job with that, but they're fine. You'll see that they are starting to think about blooming. They are sending up these beautiful flower stalks. I love to see these flower stalks. These started to initiate bloom pretty much right at when we hit 10 hours of daylight here, which is awesome. Hopefully we'll have some really nice flowers. If the weather is cool, these will open nice and slowly. But if the weather is a little bit warmer, they're just going to burst open. And we'll be ready to cut some and put some in a vase and give them away. And our flower season will have officially started. Moving on in the same row, we have some things like the Calendula. This Calendula is huge. Last year I had kind of trouble overwintering the Calendula. With this warmer weather, man, this stuff is growing like crazy. These things are so big and bushy, and I'm actually really looking forward to seeing the flowers because I feel like Calendula is definitely one of those plants that I always have trouble growing and always end up with like real tiny little teeny tiny flowers. This is the zeolites mix, I believe, so eager to see those. Also, lots of odds and ends in this bed, of course, like agrostemma. Our agrostemma is getting nice and tall. It's about where it should be this time of year. Also, things like our Chinese forget-me-nots are huge. They're forming a nice base of leaves. Hopefully, those will send up some nice tall blooms when the time comes. The scabiosa pincushions are looking very, very nice bushy growth, big, strong leaves. I'm always just amazed by how those scabiosa plants, when it's time for them to bloom, they will elongate and they will be 6 foot tall. These things, I can't believe that they get so tall after being so tiny for so long. Anyway, other things in this row, the Love in a Mist Nigella, the Delft Blue Nigella. There is a little bit of mold in there. They seem to be resisting it. I hope they just stay strong and keep it up. Nice growth. A couple of them are kind of starting to elongate, like they're thinking about blooming, but luckily most of them, they're not. And the Snapdragons are also looking really, really well. The Madam Butterfly Snapdragons is what they are. Had a moment there. I couldn't remember what I was trying to say. Anyway, they're looking good. There's bittercress everywhere. It is what it is. You know what? This garden isn't perfect. This channel isn't perfect. I have 2 jobs. I don't have a full-time garden staff. Sorry. Anyway, enough carrying on about the weeds in my Snapdragons. They appear to be gaining some size. The leaves look nice. There's really nothing bad I can say about them. Moving on to the other side of the hoop house, we have the Bells of Ireland. I literally cannot believe that these Bells of Ireland have gotten so tall. It's incredible to me. Last year, We had some nice bells of Ireland. We used them in bouquets and stuff, but they were nowhere near the size of these things. These things are already, I don't know, about 14 inches tall, if I had to guess. Maybe 12 inches tall, maybe just a foot. But they've got so much height, and they're just growing like crazy. And you'll see the ones outside that aren't in the hoop house are just little teeny tiny, little leaf rosettes. So I think it'll be interesting to compare the growth of both of those. They're basically experiencing the same weather, except for obviously one's in a nice, warm and toasty, unheated hoop house, and one's outside. The ranunculus are doing great. They're still hanging in there. A couple of them do have some yellowing around the leaves, which I am not too keen about. But overall, I think it'll be fine. I think these ranunculus, the corms, when they form their roots are so just thick and robust and strong. Hopefully they'll be able to overcome any kind of problem they may encounter. Overall, looking nice and bushy. Have not spotted any flower buds on the ranunculus yet. Usually I think it takes about 12 hours of daylight before we start seeing the flower buds on the ranunculus. But either way, I'm super eager to see those. Ranunculus are just so one of my favorites. Other than the things in the hoop house, the daffodils have finally started to come up. One of them even had a flower bud on it, and I was just like, whoa, buddy, you are way ahead of schedule. You need to chill out with that stuff for real. But most of them are at the normal stage that they should be at. I'm a little bit concerned that none of my tulips are coming up yet. Most of the tulips that I plant seem like they always want to come up a little bit early, and just kind of stick their leaves above the ground. No sign of the tulips yet. I'm really worried that something may have eaten them. Who knows? Only time will tell. That's really about it for this video. I hope that it was helpful. And if it was, be sure to share it with a friend. Tell a friend about our channel. I don't know. I'm just trying to grow the channel, doing the best I can. We just celebrated today. We celebrated 5 years being on YouTube. Can you believe I've been doing this for 5 years? I feel like I've accomplished absolutely nothing. Anyway, it's been fun along the way, regardless. So down in the comments, tell me your favorite thing to grow. I don't know. So down in the comments, be sure to leave any questions or concerns that you might have, and I will do my best to answer those. I usually get to the comments at least once a week. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer just because I work so much and all that jazz, but I do try to answer those when I can. I hope that you guys are having such an amazing day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.